we got our first fish on of the day. It has been a long time. We've been trolling all the way from Hillsboro Inlet, which is way down there. And we're just about in front of Boca Inlet. And we got my good buddy Christo on board today.
Hey guys, how you doing today?
Christo's a good friend of mine. I have known him since the good old days of fishing Deerfield Pier, isn't that right?
Oh, way back then. Back before anyone knew about planer fishing.
So we're out here and Brookie's got the first fish on. I think it's probably a little blackfin or a little bonito.
Maybe a little blackfin. It's out far. This was on a feather.
Bonito?
Bonito.
In the cooler. Hey man, I'm telling you right now guys, if we don't catch anything else today, you're gonna see a bonito catch, clean, and cook today.
Look at the colors on that guy. Most valuable fish in the ocean.
It really is. Alright, so we're gonna get baits back out. We're in like 108 feet of water. We're gonna go back out to 300 and kind of just zigzag and just work our way north right now.
Want me to slow down at all?
Oh, we got a good one. Still on, Christo?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, good.
Want me to slow down at all?
Slow down?
No, you're good.
Alright, we got a hit. We got a hit.
Vic's getting the planer off of the line.
That was a big head shake on top right there.
That's it, that's it, that's it. That's it. That's it.
Yeah?
That's it, that's it. That's it, that's it, that's it. Slow it down just a little bit.
Yeah, that is it. Real slow on the side.
You want to walk it back? We're good right here. That's it, guys.
Woohoo, baby!
There it is, guys.
Woo!
Target species.
Hell yeah!
Shout out to Bait Strip.
Christo.
Woohoo!
We broke a curse.
Yeah, we did.
Me and Lance have been talking about this for a while now.
Hey, I said, Christo, you gotta come on the boat because we have a Wahoo curse on this boat. Sure enough, Christo hops on the boat and we got it done.
There we go.
What you know about that?
We got finally put some stripes on the boat.
Beautiful fish. And this was on, I gotta give a shout out.
Elliot.
Shout out to Elliot, guys. That's on the bait strips right there. It doesn't lie.
Yoo-wee!
Hey,
Good
sick.
job, buddy.
I loved it. Christo goes, that's him, that's him, that's him. And I knew exactly what he meant when he said that's him.
Like 220.
So this was what we got it on. Mylar, pink sea witch, squid skirt. Proud to announce the first Wahoo is making its way into the angle in the boat.
Woohoo! We finally did it. Put some stripes in our boat. We've been trying for a long time. Finally got it done. Aha!
All right, guys, we just doubled up. We basically made the exact same pass we just did. And this is on a high-speed vibe. It's like a plug type thing. Christo's on the short planer again.
Bonita! Bonita?
Yep.
Bonita party!
Double bonitas. Oh, look at that. Hook pull just like that. And check this out. This is a Yozuri high-speed vibe. I'll have it linked below. Also a very good lure to troll in your spread. Makes a crazy vibration in the water. I always keep the boat in gear whenever you're playing or fishing. That way everything stays in the line, nothing's going slacking. As long as you keep the boat in gear, usually don't get tangles.
Mine's a blackfin.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Hey, we got a blackfin.
Oh.
No! What, did you need a gaff?
Nah, it came off.
Christo!
Came off.
Well, then maybe mine will probably be a blackfin too.
Yours looked like a 5-pounder, didn't it?
Yeah.
So right now the tide is coming out. We're right in front of Boca Inlet. And as the tide comes out, all of the fresh water and that dirty green water comes out and pushes all those pelagic fish offshore. Those pelagic fish, they like to stay in this real blue, deep blue water. So that's what we're always looking for when we're out here. Fish on, boys! Fish on! So a little update for you guys. We trolled way north and didn't have a single bite. And all the bites we've had all day have been right in front of Boca Inlet, right over there. And we came over here, finally got another bite. It's been quite a while though. Tuna! Hey, there's a healthy one. Hell yeah. Hey, he's in the boat. He's not all the way in, but he's in most of the way.
There he is. We got one.
We lost one about that size earlier. Hold him up,
I made
Christo.
up for it. I made up for it.
Very cool. Christo's not a big fish guy. He loves to fish, but not a big fish guy. We gotta convince him otherwise.
On the bait strip, we've been fishing it all day. Tunas, wahoo, can't go wrong, guys.
Elliot was just waving to us. He saw your fish.
You guys have seen Elliot in the past. We've caught a bunch of fish with him, and he's the one, him and his dad, who created bait strips, which is this little imitation. It's supposed to mimic a little bait fish or a real bonito strip. I tell you what, they catch fish like nothing else. All right, guys, we finally did it. We put a wahoo in Brook's boat, and it feels really good to finally have done it on our boat rather than someone else's boat. We've been part of a lot of wahoo trips and part of a lot of wahoo catches, but never actually on our own rig with our own baits and everything. So it feels good to finally break the curse. I'm gonna be using my handy dandy Dexter right here. I'm gonna go right here behind the head into the soft part of the head meat, around this pec fin down to the belly. And then now what I like to do is, with any fish, I like to outline my fish. So I'll just take the tip of my knife and I'll just outline the very edge of this wahoo. And you guys see that this knife is super sharp, just glides right through the skin all the way down to the tail. It's not a race, especially with a fish like this. You want to take your time and really make sure you get all the meat because they just are so good. Now what I like to do is rest my knife on the spine, and if I feel my knife on the spine, not just gliding through the meat, I'll just work my way up towards the head. And that's real important, so make sure you're really feeling your knife on the spine. I'm going to flip my wahoo around. This is what I like to do with these bigger fish. Big kings, big wahoo. I'll come back here. I'll make my way from the head down towards the belly right here, and then I'll find the spine right here, and I'll go all the way down towards the tail, making sure my knife is on that spine, go all the way to the backbone, lift kind of up, making sure my knife's on that spine once again. Now I'm not going into the guts, I'm just trying to find that spine on the other side. Now I'm going to flip them back around now that we got to the other side of the spine. So you see how my knife is just gliding on that backbone all the way up towards the head. Now we should have freed it, and watch this. Voila! There's our nice wahoo fillet. You guys saw that little bit of meat that was left on that backbone? That's not waste. That's your fresh sashimi at the table. I'm telling you guys, this stuff, 24 hours in, really good. No soy sauce needed, no wasabi needed. And then the other half is for our canal friends. I don't like skinning wahoo along the whole length of the fish since their skin is so thin. So there's two ways you can do this. Cut yourself some little sections like this. Find the bloodline, which runs along the center of the fish. Go on one side of the bloodline to the skin. Start to angle your knife and just press it firmly against the skin. Well, I messed up a little bit there, but you guys get the point. As you guys see, their skin is super thin, but that's a nice little way to leave the bloodline, which most people don't eat anyway, and to skin them at the same time. Just like that. So you see, your bloodline remains intact. The pin bones that would be in there remain in there, and you can just kind of shave off this little bit of skin if you leave any on. Get rid of that, and you get yourself good little wahoo chunks. There's a reason people spend so much time and money after this fish. It has a really good texture. It has a very mild flavor. It's a really dry fish, so it takes on whatever you cook it in or on. It's not oily. That's why people like it for sushi and sashimi. And that's why lately I've been doing a lot of like wok style dishes with wahoo, stuff like that. But today we're doing something more classic, an Italian dish. We're gonna do some Parmesan panko crusted wahoo with pasta aglio e olio. So I hope I didn't butcher that. So what we're gonna do is, before we dredge our fish in our panko, we're going to season it with salt, pepper, and garlic powder. You guys know me, and 99.99999% of the time there's some type of garlic component in my dishes. I just love garlic. Garlic and onions are the king and queen of the kitchen, I think. Comment below if you guys agree. We got a seasoned panko breadcrumb over here, and it's Kraft, but it's good. We're gonna do some Kraft Parmesan cheese. I don't know why we look so down upon ourselves for using Kraft cheese. I love Kraft cheese. And so I'm really excited to try this, especially with wahoo, because wahoo's a very dry fish. We're gonna go wahoo into egg wash, straight into the panko, and repeat this about 27, 30 times, something like that. We got some avocado oil, nice and hot. We're going straight into the non-stick pan with our wahoo.
I think it's boring, but I like the outside.
Yeah.
When you get a good bite, it's a good bite.
It's productive. And one day we caught 21 stuff in 45 minutes.
That's crazy.
And she caught most of them because I would always unhook her fish. So instead of fishing,
You're unhooking her.
I'm unhooked. Because last night the stuff bite was hot.
Add our
So we went out
linguines.
here with a lantern and it was done. Well,
All right, so we're gonna make the sauce for our pasta. A ton, and I mean a ton of olive oil and a ton of garlic. Okay, so we got garlic, some crushed red pepper, one bunch of parsley, fresh parsley from Brook's pot outside. Linguine going back in the pot. It's sticking now, but it's not going to be sticking in a second. Now we pour this into our pasta. We're going to add a little bit of pasta water, the starchy pasta water. Twirl it around. That didn't do what I wanted to do because I cut them in half. I shouldn't have cut them in half.
Take your wahoo.
take my wahoo?
Yep.
How many am I allowed to have?
As many as you want. There's a lot. There's a whole layer underneath there.
One from here, one from here.
So what I wanted to do is I wanted to get all fancy and do a swirl like they do in restaurants.
I figured that's what you were trying to do. And I kept watching to see if you were going to get it.
But unfortunately, the pasta was cut in half. We broke the box in half, so it doesn't really work as well when you cut it in half. So you guys know what time it is. I didn't even show the food as it was coming off everything, but if you guys look at the table, there's empty plates literally everywhere.
Thank God the ocean calmed down and we got to eat wahoo instead of catfish out of the canal.
Oh, we got a special guest This is Sarah, by the way, guys. So Krista was on the boat with us yesterday, my good friend, like I told you guys, and this is a girlfriend.
I can definitely say it's the best Wahoo I've ever had, and I'm so happy to be here eating it with you guys.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
We're happy to have you.
Well, consider I fish almost every day and I don't really ever eat much of it. After watching all the videos, I had to let Chef Victor cook me up something, and this meal here, the plate explains it all. It was great. I'll eat it again any day of the week.
Thanks, Krista. I always found it funny, like some of my best friends love to fish but don't like eating fish. I always found that kind of funny. I don't understand you guys.
The passion. It's all about the passion.
So we've made just regular fried fish before and like an Italian breadcrumbs before. We've done panko breadcrumbs before. And Victor today was like, Brooke, we've never done anything with like Parmesan cheese before, right? And I was like, no. And I'm actually not the biggest fan of just plain panko breadcrumbs, but mixed with the cheese was really, really good. So I'm actually excited to try to do that with something else. So
We don't eat much Wahoo here, but after that, I'm hoping Brooke and Victor get more on the boat. It was fantastic.
I went back for seconds. It was delicious. And I'm with Fish Shark. Catch more Wahoo.
There we go. All right, so I want to thank you guys so much for watching. And I think the coolest thing is the fact that you guys have seen in the past few months, there's been so many people at this table. And that's the cool thing about fishing. That's the cool thing about cooking, is it brings so many people together. Like Krista and I, we've been friends since what, at least a decade, right?
At least.
You know, people get busy, people get girlfriends, people get engaged, and you don't hang out as much, but at the end of the day, fishing is something that always brings people together, which I really like. And that's what I think is just amazing about the sport. And then food always brings people together, and I love having people and entertaining. And Brookie is an all-star entertainer. So thank you guys so much for watching, as always, and I'll see you guys in that next video.